It's 3:54 AM in the morning. You know what I've just done? I decided to watch a film to cheer myself up because I was feeling a bit down. So I was going to watch one of the Jane Silent Bob films. I got them all on DVD. Apart from the new one, which I didn't know actually existed. That could be a Mandela effect in itself. So I thought I'd watch more Rats. And then I decided Clerks. And then I thought, well, Chasing Amy. So I watched Chasing Amy because I quite like that movie. But it just depressed me even more. If you've ever seen Chasing Amy, it's about this guy who falls in love with this girl and she's a lesbian, and then anyway she ends up falling in love with him, but then he ends up screwing it up because of his inferiority complex. Well, not really. Because he's got more experience than he has, so he's sort of fucking angry about it. And then he finds out that his best friend is probably gay, and that's why he makes all these homophobic remarks. And anyway, watch the movie, it's a really good movie, but it kind of depressed me, because it just kind of reminded me of something. A regret that I have in my life. And this goes back to fucking when I was at school. There was this girl in my class, right? I won't mention her name, but I had to sing for her, and I always wanted to ask her out, and I never could because I was always really nervous about it. And we were okay friends. I mean, we weren't close friends, but we were friends. And one day after I left school, I actually persuaded my dad to join her video. Her parents' shop, they owned a video shop, and I persuaded them, my dad, to join her video store so that I could have an excuse to go and see her. But most of the time she was never there, and I had to sit through a lot of really bad Jean-Claude Van Damme films, which I'm not a big fan of. But I had to sit through a whole lot, so in the long run it wasn't really worth it at all. So anyway, I went in there, and one time she was in there, right, and I didn't really know what to say, because I wasn't expecting her to be there, and she was kind of, trying to talk to me, and I'm walking around the video store really fast trying to avoid her, because I didn't know what to say, and it just didn't seem the right time. My dad was there, I didn't want to say anything in case, So I think that's the last time I ever saw her, to be honest. I think she moved away. Anyway, I heard she died a few years ago. At least she died. I think she died a few years ago. But then with the Mandela effect, she actually came back, and then she died again, and then she came back. So as far as I know, she's still alive, but I tend not to really talk about it. It's really weird. Anyway, this is not about the Mandela effect, really. Although I guess technically it is. Fuck. Anyway, I was watching Chasing Amy, and to be honest, I actually felt sad at the end. Normally, this film I enjoy the film, and that's it. But I was really depressed at the end of it. I mean, my eyes began to water. Now, I've got a bit of a cold, so that's probably the reason why. I'm trying to be macho here, but I'm not. I mean, the Mandela effect's changed me, obviously, but normally I'm angry and shit, but sometimes the old me comes out, the sensitive me. Anyway, I really like this girl, and I should have asked her out, because all this time, it's kind of like the whole regret thing about, it's like, fuck, I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't even know why I'm doing this, to be honest. It's like when I kind of regret never asking her out, because for me she's the only girl I ever wanted to be with, and I missed out on that, I think. I don't think even it's just, I don't know what I'm saying. If I could live my life over again, I would have asked her out. because there's not one day that goes by that I know that's the biggest regret in my life. And I just wish I asked her out. It's kind of weird though, isn't it? I mean, you don't really know that until it's too late to actually do anything about it. And what with you'd think with the Mandela effect and all this sort of parallel worlds and that at least in one reality, there's a happy version of me somewhere. Someone who's actually happy with life, you know? Instead of... Don't get me wrong, I think the Mandela effect shows a lot of negativity, but I think in general it's positive. But at the same time, if it is positive, then why can't we just have one positive thing happen in our realities? Something that's a bit more... I don't know what I'm doing. Tired and depressed, and hopefully I'll wake up tomorrow and feel a bit better. The point I'm trying to make is that if there's anyone out there that you care about, that you really want to be with, then just tell her, because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I can't hardly get this out. I'm a lot better at writing this stuff on my blog rather than actually saying it. It is better to ask her out, and she might say yes, you know, or he might say yes if you're a girl, or whatever. It's better to ask someone out and have them reject you, and then you can get on with your life and you're never wondering what if. But there's always a chance that if you ask them out, they'll say yes, and then you might actually have some happiness. And even if it doesn't last, you've got something special that you had that you can hold on to. Because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. I knew, you know, that when I never asked her out, if I never asked her out, I would never be interested in anyone else, ever. Not that anyone else would be particularly interested in me, but, well, not in these realities anyway. Where I came from, maybe, but not here. But the point is, if you really care about someone, then tell them. Because one moment of embarrassment is better than a whole lifetime of regret. And I'm passing this on to other people, not for any reason, except for the fact I don't think, especially in this reality that we're in at the moment, it's better to have some happiness than nothing. And if I can stop anyone from having, you know, from being miserable as I am now because of the regrets and the choices I didn't make, then maybe other people can learn from that, I guess. Fuck's sake, I'm actually shaking. Normally I'm ranting at people and I'm better at doing that than this. You know, the odds are this video is not going to go up because I won't have the guts to do it, I don't think. But anyway, good night, or good morning, because it's fucking 4:05. Okay. See you later.